Good morning. Good morning, True. Look at that. I don't know if you can hear me yet. Hopefully you can. But we were just about to close this room because few people signed up to come, but for whatever reason, they're not here and you're here, so we can go ahead and get started. um right. So we're here. Thank you so much for coming. This is my lovely wife, Tensi, Coach Tensi over here, rolled over and checked in. Word. Nah, no problem at all. So, how these usually work is I give some space in the beginning to speak. I like to speak about just um, something brief and something that's universally relevant. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Drew is awesome. I follow her on Instagram, and I met her through Shawnee interviewed her when she was doing that interview series. Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, you're super cool." So now, I've invited her to countless meditations. This one not being one of them, but here she is. It's the first time she's got on.
Yeah, it's just so um I did, but I was like, I'm up, and I'm like, wait, it started already. I just rolled over.
It's
But thank you
awesome.
for having me. It's really peaceful.
Um, and this morning, what I'd like to give a few words to is and here's somebody else. One second, this other person's coming in. She's gonna say good morning as well.
Queenie, Queenie.
Good morning,
Hi,
Queen.
darling. Good morning. I don't see anything.
Don't see anything.
Okay.
We're here. I promise. Okay, there you go. So the noise in the background, somebody talking or something. It's pretty loud. Yeah. Okay, so this morning, what I'd like to give a few words. We're just getting started too, Queenie. So you haven't missed anything. Airport. Okay, cool. What I'd like to give some words to is hurt or more so misery when we are in a cycle of misery, what to do, what to think, and how to be. Because, you know, pain is one thing, but suffering or misery is another. And when we feel miserable, when when there's a moment that passes by or keeps repeating itself in your life where you look around and you feel not that you're, in some sort of extreme depression, but just you just feel miserable, right? This is a feeling that everybody should be familiar with, very familiar with, when you kind of feel miserable, not over the top depressed, just bad. When you feel that, what is actually happening? Well, In some spiritual circles, what some people would say is you're burning off karma. You're repaying for whatever deeds you have done in the past or future life or this life, and you're just burning off that karma. I just plugged in my other microphone because I forgot. Can you guys still hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
What others will say is the feelings of the suffering is coming to teach you something. It's coming for to
Actually, no. You sound kind of far away now.
kind of far away. Okay.
Mm. Maybe the audio isn't coming through the mic, even though you plugged it in.
No, I should do. Is this better?
Not really. I mean,
A little better for me, but yeah,
A little better for you, not better for you. Okay, this is weird.
better.
All right. Well,
in the audio settings.
nope. I'm not gonna waste time. All right. I plugged it in late, and it was fine before I plugged it in, so I'm plugging it. Okay. Just gathering my train of thought again. What some people will tell you is you're like burning off karma. What others will tell you is there's some divine lesson being played out. There's a you're taking a quiz right now, and when you pass the quiz, suffering will be over. And others still um, may 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 spin it a different way, saying that that's just how it goes. Right? That's another thing. Sometimes you just suffer, and that's just how it is and how it has to be, and there's no explanation for it. And I believe all three of these sort of major different. There's others obviously, but these are like the three major explanations for suffering that that we have. And whether it's the karma way to look at things, the just the way things are way to look at things, or the um oh the lesson, the learning a lesson way to look at things. There's some truth in all of these answers, but none of them, I don't think, at least in my personal experience, none of them really speak to the core, the root of what's really going on. And I'd like to peel back some layers of misery, suffering, and look, and we're just going to take a look at the root. I'm going to ask a question, then we'll get into the meditation guidance from there. When when the feeling of being, in a state of suffering, in a state of misery or intense worry or something like that, emotional pain is going on, what's most important is that we are able to shift the thinking from what this means for the future or what this means for the past to what this means for right now. Meaning, not even what it means for the present moment, but even more right now than what I may call the present moment, which is called presence, switching from the present, presence. Presence is ongoing. It's an alive now. It's not a still framed picture of now. It's it's the now that's living. I remember the first time I got a watch that the watch didn't have the tick 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 second hand. It had the second hand that just went really slowly, continuously around the clock. And I thought that was I said, this is a much more accurate looking time doesn't tick forward moment to moment where there's a borderline, a boundary into the next moment. Time it's always now and it's also alive somehow, moving with me. And so switching or shifting the perception from past, present, and future to presence when dealing with suffering has to do with the way that we language, the way that we think about and talk about and self talk about our suffering, about our pain. You say, I am dealing with this, or I am this way. Lately, I'm just so stressed. Or, oh, this past week has been so such and such, so and so. Or so and so died, and then the other one got strung up on drugs in response, and the other one left his wife, and all of these, whatever it is, and then it's just leaving such a big impact. I care so much about these people. I. What we're doing is we're relating whatever it happened in the story to cause this state of suffering to the future or past. Whether we talk about it, we say, oh, this happened and this means this. This means this is coming, or this means this for the future, or this means this for their public image or for my public image. And now people are going to do this in the future with their opinions of me. Y'all still with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so our perception, it's like it's almost like it's locked in, especially in the moment when we are feeling the suffering. It's like it's locked in this mode of future, past, future, past, future, past, or present, but not real presence. And in shifting, only a very, very, very simple thing needs to be done to shift from present to presence, or from past and future presence when facing this feeling. That very, very simple thing. It's not easy, it's simple. Again, it's not necessarily easy. For some it may be, but if the feeling is very intense, it's not easy, but it's simple. Very simple thing can be done that I like to call, quote unquote, nothing is happening. Very simple thing. What you do, you look to the left and you look to the right. And you let your gaze come back to the normal forward, and you just acknowledge to yourself nothing is happening. You can do this in mid argument with somebody. You just look to the left, look to the right. You don't have to say it out loud, but you notice and you say in your mind's eye, nothing is happening. You can do this while you're crying in the mirror. Look to the left, look to the right, look at yourself. Nothing is happening. What does this do? It doesn't change the story of the quote unquote problem. It doesn't make something better from being worse or any of those things that could get very complicated in our perceiving. It simply acknowledges the truth of presence, or the truth of the now, which is alive. And of course, sometimes the mind will say, okay, well, that's cool, but what about how to change my problems? What about how to deal with the thing that's making me suffering? What I will say to that is this does deal directly with what is making me suffer. What is making me suffer? Because what is making me suffer is my perception that this means that for the future. But if I acknowledge that nothing is really happening, nothing is really happening, I acknowledge that, then I can no longer say that this means that for the future because nothing doesn't mean anything for anything, past or the future. And 99% of the time, when we're in a state of intense worry or intense pain, emotional, I'm more so talking about emotional pain than like an impact on your skin. Is this sort of pain, right? Nothing is usually happening for most of the time. There's no tiger in your room, right? There's no um robbery going on. There's just the internal dialogue and belief in this really bad thing is going to translate to these consequences in the future. And so my question to you all this morning, and let's try to keep our answers brief since we got started a little 15 minutes after or so. um Question is, even if just for today, how will you give space or create more space or presence? Not necessarily just the present and coming to this picture of what now looks like, where a picture is still, it's dead, it's not living, but presence. Even if just for today, how will you give yourself space and presence?
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, teacher. I will take one of your tools. And if you tell me to try something else, I will. But I like looking to the left and looking to the right and seeing that nothing is happening. Because as you said it, I did it. And as usual, the message is always on time. So I will look to the left and look to the right as I'm
Wonderful.
doing now and see nothing is happening.
Bless. Thank you.
For me to take space, I will notice when I feel overwhelmed and decide to breathe and to take 5 minutes to myself.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yes.
then break going ahead.
Yes.
Always bring it back to the breath.
I'll
Always.
go
It's
ahead and
wonderful.
share as well.
Thank you.
So, even if just for today, and of course the intention is every day. Even if just for today, I will create more space for presence by relaxing into the moment. Um, what I call divine relaxation. So it involves a softening of the body, just like a deepening of the breath in the moment uh, is also what happens. But really, the focus is on acknowledging what I'm observing and also acknowledging the deeper truth that however I am, however it seems, is okay, and that there's a deeper truth, a deeper clarity, a deeper opportunity here to embrace and let's step into, sit on my throne. Um, Deeper opportunity to acknowledge my inner power. And so, divine relaxation is
Mind
one for me.
relaxation. Wonderful. Yes, yes, to all accounts for sure. My answer in brief, how will I create space? Presence. As I will not take my thoughts about myself or my situation to heart. I won't even call those thoughts my thoughts, just thoughts. No matter how thoughts spin the story, I won't take it to heart because an incomplete picture of reality is no reason to suffer. And my thoughts can only give me an incomplete picture of reality. They can never give me the full totality of what's here and what's real and what's me. Your mind cannot teach you who you are, but it can definitely think about it. So I will not take, at least for today, thoughts about myself or my situation. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and move into the actual guidance. Um, Queenie, if you're at the airport, be sure to keep one ear out so that you don't meditate past your boarding time. And we're going to get started. So just the way I'm sitting and invite you to find yourself in as comfortable, right? Find yourself in as comfortable a seat as you can. I do like to stress just a little bit that we try to keep our back or spine in somewhat of a straight line, with comfort being your first priority, straight back second priority. Just helps with certain things. One of them being to not fall asleep. Another being that the sort of cable lines, the electric system of the body operates with uh, um, a harmony with you somehow more easily when your spine is straight. There's some spiritual metaphysical reasons to just keep a straight back. So whether you're laying back on your back or sitting up straight, just try to keep your spine in a straight line if you can. And how we will begin is like we always do. I'm going to give a cue. I'm going to count down. I'm going to count to three, and then we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to go in through the nose and out through the mouth, just once together. And when we breathe in through the nose, the invitation is that you breathe in peace, peacefulness, serenity. And when we breathe out through the mouth, we're going to be breathing out the mind. Mind simply means chatterbox in the head. All of our conclusions and verbalization of reality. So, ready, we will begin. One, two, three. In with peace, And out. With the mind. Welcome to this moment, everyone. This moment, you are here. Simply here. Being here means you are witnessing. You are here, you are aware. That's what it means to be here. So be aware for a moment. You're aware of your body, the general weight of the body is felt, various sensations in the head, in the torso, maybe in the legs and hips are also felt. Temperature of the room, your aura or the space right above your skin, sound of my voice, sound of the thoughts going on, all of this you are here for. Voicelessly aware, listening before the decision is made. Listen, you are here. So for just a moment, don't place any labels on anything that you perceive. Meaning don't separate what you hear that may be outside of yourself from what you hear that's inside of yourself. Where your skin is not the border for reality. There is no difference between inside and outside while you're here. Just here. Invitation is to let go what you think you know about yourself. Just for a moment. Where are you seeing from? Do you perceive this? Where are you perceiving from? What is its source? In a dark room, you may say that you cannot see, but the truth is, you see darkness just as clearly as you see light. Can you see a seer? you see who is seeing? You hear many things throughout the day. You hear your daydreams. You hear the sounds outside of your skin. You hear your stomach rumbles. But can you hear the listener? Over the course of the day, there may be 100,000 verbal thoughts that are detected by your listener. Thoughts that just comment on whatever is happening throughout the day. And you hear these thoughts. Who is listening? Who is here prior to even the first thought? All of the senses are really just feeling different types of sensors, all feeling. But can you feel the source of feeling itself? You sense that which is aware of sensations. Can the perceiver be perceived? In this moment, this moment is all we've ever had. Again, even if thoughts start to arise, simply keeping the attention on where am I seeing from? Not log in any thoughts, be them words, mind movies, images, and the perceiver be perceived. Awareness has no particular shape, has no size, no border, no beginnings, no ends. You cannot point to something and say that is awareness, because you would have to be aware of it. So hold no self-image. You are aware of your body. Therefore, you are beyond your body. Hold no self-image. You are aware of time passing. Therefore, you are beyond time. Hold no self-image. As what are you aware? Time and body. You who are aware of your own thoughts. You are beyond your mind also. You are here to witness the mind. The mind is not witnessing you.
So we're all
Just a few moments, I will cue for our final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth together on the count of 3. Before I do, tap in, tap in to presence, not the present, presence, the source, perception is presence. Presence, unchanging. Various feelings, thoughts, sensations, they come and go, but you are not these feelings, thoughts, sensations. If you were them, if you were in the bubble of your thoughts, and when your thoughts go, you would also go. Something remains, unchanging. something remains untouchable. Who am I? If I drop the body, drop the thoughts, drop the feelings, where are they landing? Thoughts and feelings, the sensations of the body, where are they received from? Who am I if I don't take a shape? Tap in. Tap in. Let go. Thanks. On the count of three, we're going to take our final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth together. When we breathe in, we will be breathing in peace, peacefulness, bliss, tranquility. When we breathe out through the mouth, we are breathing out the mind, anything we think we know. One, two, three. In with peace, and out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. Thank you for being here again, back. And um, I'd like to know before you go how this session was. I will say that in meditation of the heart, which is what this is called, this style of guidance, um, meditation of the heart. It's mine. I made that name up. But in meditation of the heart, you'll see that we don't invoke too much imagination, right? I don't ask you to take yourself to the beach and hear the seagulls and stuff because here is enough. Your awareness is enough. Yourself as is enough. And so here you will only find yourself, which in my bias is a great thing. How was it? How was the session for you?
That's very beautiful way to look at meditation, to not look at something off, like from yourselves, but only inwardly, knowing that you're enough. And this meditation was very recentering for me, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Recentering. Good, good. Stand on your swag. Wonderful. Oh, Tensi just put in the chat some donation information. We do ask people donate. It's not a requirement for you to come back next week. But as you can see, we have been able to, we're almost at 1,100 plant-based meals donated to children across the world and in the United States. Your donations are super duper appreciated. And if you can make one, yeah, please do so for today's session as well. Uh, Queenie, or if you're
Yes. It was expansive for me. It was a heart opener for me.
heart opener, like a can opener, but for your, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Wonderful. I'm curious as to in what way, but I know you're surrounded by people right now. So
No, it's fine. Um, I feel like I started out this morning kind of like tense and contracted based on my thoughts, based on what I perceive to be happening, and did and dazzled in and out of misery. So when you talked
okay,
about that, I was like, wow. And also perceiving miserableness in others around me. And
yeah,
then I internalized it. But then just I kept getting messages along the way that I'm safe. It's okay. And then I remembered to log on to the meditation, and it was just another confirmation. So when I was able to let go and able to see that nothing is exactly happening, I was able to relax into my true nature, which is
yes,
that expansiveness. And my heart was able to open because that's my true nature. And it feels relaxing physically, physiologically, spiritually, all of the things. So I'm grateful as usual. And I love you all so much. You don't even know.
I love you too. Love you too. I do know because it's reciprocal.
Unconditional love,
Yeah.
always and always. Thank you. And thank you, True. Or would you like to be called Truly? Feel free to let me know. Um, thank
Either's
y'all.
fine. You're welcome. Mm. Thank
Um,
you.
yes, thank you so. I feel a lot of gratitude um, in this moment, and my experience with the meditation. Of course, thoughts gonna come in and out throughout the process, but despite them passing through, it it was very relaxing as always and grounding. Um, Whenever you ask questions like who's perceiving this, can the perceiver be perceived, etc., like all the variations of how you ask it, it's always like oh yeah, yeah, deeper intentions here, deeper intentions here to really sit on that throne. What is seeing through these eyes? What is seeing through these eyes? What is experiencing and able to, perceive as though I'm moving my hands and am part of this body alone? What is here right now that is truly presence? What is presence?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What is it?
So,
What is it?
presence.
What is
What
here
is
now?
presence? Presence. can't put too many words to it, but how it feels is like a fresh, spacious now, um, like unconditionality, like no need to earn, no need
Mm,
to um, do this first before
mm.
peace. Um, just simple, simple,
Nothing to do, nothing to become, nothing to perfect,
nothing to become.
nothing to learn.
Already that love, already that peace.
Shay.
Now, and the thoughts still pass through, but they don't matter. They really
The
don't.
thoughts are necessary. The thoughts are
Indeed.
necessary. Without them, you don't know the difference between yourself and your mind.
Yes. So my favorite part. Thank you.
Yeah,
Is this.
for
So,
sure.
and much gratitude to everyone that is
Yes,
here right now for
1,000
showing up
hugs.
for yourself. I'm so proud of you. May you have the most amazing moment, weekend, day, and
Hope to see
just
you
before
back
we go,
Friday.
mhm,
Hopefully, more of the crew shows up next Friday as well. I don't know where everybody is, but we'll see. You
a
know,
lot of people traveling.
I know it's spring break, so it's probably a lot going on.
Yeah. But before everyone goes, I just want to let you know that we do have a pop-up virtual cook along. We're making tacos today. So if I know you traveling, Queenie, but or picking someone up, I'm not sure either way, but regardless, if you're curious, if you want to just like tune in, then keep an eye on your email and you'll get a little ping in your inbox with how to join in the grocery list, the recipe, even if you want to check it out later, and just kind of pop in here and there live, that's fine too. But it's completely free, and we're doing this so that we can just expand the accessibility to
Great
knowledge
plant-based meals.
of
Yeah,
yummy and healthy plant-based meals, and also just how you can flip it, remix it, and make it your own and have fun while you're doing it. So that's happening tonight in the evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. So if you're interested, we'll see you later today. And otherwise, we'll see you soon, loves.
see you soon. Thank you so much.